Hey friends, this is Anuradha Mishra and today I'm going to talk about a different topic. As you know that I always talk something about some topics, about some funny topics, about stories. But today the topic I chose is something different. And the topic is depression. And it is the story about a girl. It is not about someone we know, but it is someone we don't know. It is a girl, and her name is Amy. Amy shares her experience of living with depression. Amy says, depression, it just eats you up from the inside out. It's like a monster inside your head that takes over. The worst thing is to know that my family and friends were doing all they could, yet I still felt so lonely. Anything that was said to me, I managed to turn into a bad thing. I was literally my own worst enemy. I would come home and feel so exhausted from all of the voices in my head that I would just sleep to block it all out. I didn't want to wake up because living was a nightmare. I felt sick with the fear of night time because that's when the voices got even louder. I would get so frustrated because it seemed impossible to sleep, as if insomnia and depression go hand in hand. I need knew I needed help, but asking for it just made me feel like a burden. I wanted to be free of meds, doctors, counselors, hospitals, and negative thoughts. I felt as if I had lost myself and wouldn't ever be the same again. I had no motivation to do anything because I couldn't see a future for myself. Anxiety caused me to believe everyone was faking their love for me. Cheer up was the worst thing anyone said to me. Those two words triggered thousands of horrible thoughts, and I was beating myself up for not hiding how I felt well enough from everyone around me. I wanted everyone to know how I felt, but I didn't dare tell them. Eventually, I just isolated myself in my room because no contact with people meant nothing could go wrong. Surely. At the moment, I rely on medication and I am grateful to have it because I know it has really helped me. At the same time, I balance the wish that I could be free of it with the fear that it might lead to a relapse. The scarcest thing about my whole recovery process is that the only person who can truly help me is me. I have learned to change my thought processes and to stop bullying myself. It's a habit that has been hard to break out, but I know I have made some positive changes. 2013 was a roller coaster ride and admittedly one with more lows than highs. I feel I have been to hell and back, but would I change that I have been through? If I was to be totally honest, I don't think I would. That doesn't mean that depression is a good thing because it definitely is not. But I believe you must turn your negative experiences into positive ones if you can. If I hadn't been through these things, I wouldn't have learned that the most important thing in life is to be happy. I have now received all of my university offers to study football business and I can now see a future. I hope to build a career in something that I love, something that will make me happy, not focusing on what others want from me. If I was to give one piece of advice to others who are struggling, it would be not to suffer in silence. There are people out there who have been through everything that you are experiencing and have come out on the other side. In fact, their experiences have made them who they are today. It may seem impossible to overcome, but believe me, you will get there. You should not feel guilty for feeling the way you do because depression is an illness like any other. It is not any more self centered than having a broken leg. I was always told to show myself the same respect and concern that would show for others. We are so accepting of others' parts of our bodies breaking. Why can't we be that way about our minds too? Amy. Friends, it was a story of a girl named Amy, right? And as we all know, what is depression? I just want to tell you something about depression. And today, nowadays, we are just seeing that everyone is affected of this word. And in a very simple way, in a very simple word, if I say, then sadness, feeling down, having a loss of interest or pleasure in daily activities, these are the symptoms familiar to all of us, right? But if they persist and affect our life substantially, it may be depression. So, you know, means depression seems to be more common among women than men. And the symptoms include lack of joy and reduced interest in things that used to bring a person happiness, life events such as mood changes that can usually be distinguished from the features of depression. The causes of depression are not fully understood, but are likely to be a combination of genetic, biological, environmental, and psychological factors. And what does not class as depression? Depression is different from the fluctuations in mood that people experience as a part of normal life. Temporary emotional responses to the challenges of everyday life don't constitute depression. Likewise, even the feeling of grief resulting from the death of someone close is not itself depression if it does not persist. Depression can, however, be related to when depression follows a loss. Psychologists call it a complicated it's a complicated problem. So what could be the signs and symptoms of depression? Depressed mood, reduced interest or pleasure in activities previously enjoyed, loss of sexual desire. I mean, anything is possible, right? Unintentional weight loss, even without dieting, or low appetite. You don't want to eat, right? You will just lose your interest in everything. Insomnia, and even hypersomnia also, excessive sleeping. Fatigue or loss of energy, feeling or worthlessness or guilt, impaired ability to think, concentrate or make decisions. So these could be the signs or symptoms of depressions. What not least, but the last one is, what is the treatment of the depression? Depression is a treatable mental illness. Yes, exactly. I know, and there are some components that we can use for depression, to the management of depression. Support. Exactly. Support is a very important factor in this. It ranges from discussing physical solutions and contributing stresses to educating family members. Physiotherapy, also known as talking therapies, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, drug treatment, specifically antidepressants. So I just want to tell you that there are other therapies also, exercise and other therapies. But what is the most important thing is that whenever you are feeling depressed, whenever your mood is suddenly changing, whenever you are feeling that you are not happy, and you're just feeling suffocated, when you are feeling that you are lost, you are alone, you are lonely, I would seriously suggest you just talk with your friends, just talk with someone who can understand you, who can support you, who can make you understand that you are not lonely, that they are always with you. Whenever you need someone, they are always with you. So you know what? Whenever we are means depression, what causes depression? Means suppose you are feeling sad because of something, and if you didn't get over that, if you don't get over that, means it day by day it will be more and more and more and more, and it will take a form of depression, right? So whenever you are feeling like low, whenever you are feeling like talking with others, please go and talk. Don't sit in your room. Sitting in your room is not a solution for depression. Seriously, I'm telling you. Problems is very common, and it's very common. Everyone has problems. Who does not have a problem? Do you know anyone who is very happy in this world? No, there is not even a single person in this whole world who doesn't have any problem, right? Everyone has a problem. Everyone, each and every person. If you are seeing that a person is very happy, he's laughing, that doesn't mean he's really happy. You don't know that person exactly, right? You don't know personally that person. We don't know. If we know someone, that we know that he has also problems. I have many friends, and everyone has problem. Yeah, no one in this world is free from problems, but still they're happy, they're enjoying their life. If they have problems, they are sharing with each others. We can't give solutions to everyone, right? We even don't have solutions for our problems sometimes. But if you are not going to share your problems with others, that means you are just suffocating inside, that you will never get out of it. I'm telling you. So at the end, I told you a story of a girl that named her name is Amy, right? So she was also suffering from depression. She was her family were very supporting. They were supporting her, and they tried everything, but nothing helped her, right? What helped her is medications. She did exercise and all, and she talked with people. So means it was very helpful to her, and I think it will be helpful to you also. Deepika Padukone, yeah, she was also suffering from depression since till 2 years. She suffered till 2 years, right? And the cause of depression could be anything, right? We don't know. Maybe you could be a person suffering from depression, right? But who knows? But the thing is that you have to do only two things. The one is exercise, and other is share your problems with your friends, your family members, whoever you think whoever you think they understand you. Just share your problems. So this was all about depression, and I hope that you will like it.